Do you understand why Hermes would do this? His logic escapes me entirely. Yeah, I don't understand why he plucked Meteon and then bounced. Also, it seemed like she was done with her report. Hermes headed to Kitsis. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we may have a difficult time locating his aether. All I can say is that he entered from the rooftop and likely arrived at the uppermost point in the facility. So do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him. No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteon is a potential threat that needs to be brought under our control. Ah, that's the threat. The Convocation's duty to safeguard this star takes precedence over any personal stake in the matter. Vena, Sagenhaft? 'Tis clear we stand on a precipice, but we have yet to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt that Meteon is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we are to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase. And even if neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. Agreed on all counts. To Kitsis, Hyperborea, we go. Ooh, do I get to just go there instead of having to fly? That would be so convenient. Super convenient. Although I'm not entirely certain that's exactly what happened just now. So, we're going to continue on. And, yeah. The giant building of... oh, there's lots of people here. Wise land. I mislike the look of this. Judging from the crown, something is afoot. I sought naught out of the ordinary. Does anyone know what caused it? Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. What have we here? Excuse me, has something happened inside Kitsis? Mistress Vena, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded, and Kitsis put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes doing, obviously. And what does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Kitsis scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything, and everyone, else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. Then consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, and must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to drop in our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we're not like to be at our fighting best. Now, it's hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I've little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You were fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations. You need only make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. I was once SM, after all. 'Twas my job to rise to the occasion, be that as defender, aggressor, or healer. So we're going to get them as our mighty party in this NPC bout. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, Emetselk, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel that power in a protective manner if you so choose, yes? Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent. That should cover us on all fronts. Raiding party! Your tale led us here, Sagenhoff, so 'tis only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Meteon. And then we will face the future together. I'm actually quite excited about this. Vena, Emetselk, and Hythlodaeus all fighting together as one. Kitsis Hyperborea, now accessible. Let's get it done. From the moment we met you, our visit has developed into a never-ending series of complications and irritations. In spite of this, I have gained one useful thing. An awareness of dynamis. To think that a power with the potential to corrupt Aether had largely escaped our notice. Whether or not I believe your tale, the facts underpinning your narrative will be the source of much debate. So understand that I act not for the sake of you or your fantastical quest. My duty demands that I apprehend Metian, and if that now means Hermes as well, then so be it. Bleak as the contents of Meteon's report might be, many could hear it and remain content with their lives. But not Hermes. For him, the veneer of perfection has long been cracked, and it was to the distant heavens he looked for the means to repair it. I understand his anguish after a fashion. My own refusal to return is in opposition to the world's established order. Yet for me, the imperfections only enhance the fragile beauty of our star. I will fight to see it delivered from destruction, warts and all. I said that Hermes was likely perched somewhere at the highest point of the facility, but reaching him will be no mean feat. To put it simply, Kitsis Hyperborea contains a multitude of vast spaces linked together at the seams, meaning the interior is far more massive than even this grand structure might otherwise suggest. But even a colossal facility filled top to bottom with savage creations will not stop you, not with Vananem and Sek at your side. And I will be there too, of course, cheering you on. I feel like we're gonna get tank, DPS, or healer, tank or DPS, and only healer. I think that's gonna be how that works. So let's find out. Oh, because I took tank. I was right, tank, DPS, but I am surprised he's only DPS. Okay. So Vana on healing. I got my average item level, I'll be tank. Alright, let's do this! Let's get her done! We shall fight for Sparta, for glory, for Aetheris, for the future of all! So we got Kirels, Behemoths, Frosty areas, regular areas, burning people. Ugh. Probably should have checked to make sure that my abilities work. Alright, they work. Lower.
Please, turn back! Else I might be forced to.
Why are you trying to attack us anyway? Like, I'm not understanding what's going on here. Like, I honestly do not understand the aggression right now. Oh, that was my bad. For not doing duplicates right away. Or AoE, I mean. What we got going on here? Ah, I see. All NPC healers don't like to heal. That's fine, I guess. The problem with being a scholar as a healer, though, is that... Come on! Yeah, the problem with scholar healing is that none of it is instant. And I think White Mage has some instant heals. Because I think Scholar is more of a shield healer rather than a true healer. But I guess we'll find out. Well, I guess we won't find out. Oh, of course we can't skip the beasties. That would be too convenient. So more Fire Lions, but looks like not our problem. And we got all 5 of these. Really not understanding the lack of desire of healing. It's like they specifically make healers as NPCs focus more on DPS, and I don't get that. The point of healing is to heal! So heal me. Foolishness. Right. Looks like they're doing a bunch of single target though. A little bit of AoE.
I'm not entirely useless.
Kind of would have rather preferred to go healer and see Vana go DPS or something. Alright, well, we're gonna get these big baddies.
I see you.
Well, at least we're finally getting some heals.
I see you opening.
Is that his special ability? Oh, snap. It's a pretty interesting graphic.
Out of my way.
I like, though, how Emmett Selk is either a spellcaster, as a black mage, or a tank. I think that's friggin' hilarious. Oh, did not expect that. Oh, okay, that's fair, I guess. Is there gonna be more, I wonder? Oh yeah, and that's the problem too when you do the NPC grind. You genuinely cannot pick up all the packs because they genuinely will not heal you. So the only way to pull all the packs is if you do a queue. But queues take time and there is no guarantee that people are going to be doing these quests. So I always like to do the NPCs until I get to level 90. And then, you know, as I'm leveling alts, I'll just do that through PvP or something. Or questing, of course. My position sucks.
Have a taste.
Now, the first boss, Lissa. Such a pretty kitty. A murderous kitty. Why have I already taken so much damage? You're old. Okay. That's probably not good. Oh. Must be nice that you could just teleport. What in the hell? So, what are we going to do about that? would be a great time to heal me. There we go. Frostbite and Seek. Okay. Well, this is the first boss that doesn't seem to be too problematic. Why doesn't she do the cool little teleporty thing?
Have a taste.
Alright, what's going on now? We're at the 50% mark, so typically that means some spiciness is on the way. Could not get there in time.
Out of my way.
I don't know, I do feel like their DPS is a lot higher than normal. Like, it definitely seems higher than, like, with Alphino and Alice. I'm gonna wait. Oh, wait. Wait. Where's my normal dance? I'm level 88 now. Go me. Alright, we're gonna go up the tower. The terrestrial artifice. Alright. We're gonna pick up these ads. That's, you know, not, I guess. The lizard man.
I see you opening.
Oh, good for you. Do more damage. Needs more cowbell. I can't type. Okay. Hey, this kind of looks like that dungeon from Shadowbringers before everything went to shit. Or, I mean, after everything went to shit, so. This being the before. Okay. Do I gotta use more CDs? Is that what it is? Do you just not like healing me if I don't use CDs? There we go. What? Lithified flesh is absorbing damage. Why don't I get that buff? Rude. Let's see. Oh, now I get it. Okay. I was gonna say, that's one hell of a buff to not share. Getting slightly more accustomed to my button placements. I think, honestly though, I don't know that this is any more entertaining or less entertaining than Gunbreaker. Like, in terms of which tanking class is more fun to play, really not sure. I think I'm just used to playing Gunbreaker, and I really don't have to look at it, and it's possibly an easier rotation. Or maybe it's even that I know what the rotation does, as opposed to me just kind of pressing buttons. But I think as a solo, like if you're gonna play solo, I think the Dark Knight has better healing capabilities than any of the other tanking classes. And I think that's worth considering when choosing your main, if you will. Oh, I wanted to get this observation journal. We're not going to read the journals. It's just if it's a collectible, I like getting it. All right, we got more lion-like creatures. Like a majority of my abilities are more for the MP than not healing. And up the stairs it goes. Alright, so a pseudo Hydra. I'm gonna go ahead and build up as much as we can. Although it does look like 8 seconds, I can probably fill up the bar again. Now the doppelganger is doing all of my abilities, right? So we're going to obviously not stand in that. Oh, so it's a rotating thing?
I'm not entirely useless.
Oh, snap. How do you know which way he's gonna go? You just guess? Oh. not the ability I thought he was going to do.
Have a taste.
I see you opening heaven.
How did I get hit twice? Alright. Y'all are gonna have to do some super good DPS. Because I cannot interrupt them either. Well, I'm glad I didn't choke, because that was a distinct possibility. Alright, we're almost at the top of the tower, folks. Let's get her done.
I cannot let you take Meteon. Not yet.
It looks like we had some lag. Alright, now we're back. Alright, we're gonna get ourselves a nice teleport stone. Or a jumping stone. Either one. Alright, everybody's here. Oh! Thank you for the follow. Phantom Enigma. Much appreciated. Hey, Koopa Troop! Get it! Thank you, Koopa Troop. Way to represent. That's how we do. So how have your guys' streams been going? You've been able to build some communities? Getting some increased viewership? Have you got any tips or tricks to share with the audience? Because that's what I like about all this, is that it's team building, and it's working together, so the more the merrier. The more information we can share, the better off we all are. Flying. Alright, we're not going to use any of the big CDs because I'm pretty sure the next one is the boss fight. Holy crap, this entire facility is in outer space?
I see you.
Why are we at the edge of the universe right now? That's friggin' gnarly. Ah. Well, you're doing exactly what you should be doing then, Phantom. And that is supporting your fellow Koopas. Your fellow Troopa. That's actually one of the things I'm hoping to do too, is just like really recruit people to support one another consistently, right? Like, what I would really like to see happen is everybody's stream get put on a calendar, and then whenever they're live, just everybody keeps them tabbed. I thought maybe part of my life was because I had too many tabs open, but I think it's just the internet itself. But I think if we just start focusing on keeping tabs on each other, that's how we grow, and we build our own niche community. And then once we start winning in the discovery channels of having at least 9 viewers, then we'll build an authentic, well, I say authentic, like a community of people actually that find us. But first we got to get to that 9 views to be discoverable. So that's my goal, and that's what I'm hoping to achieve. And that's why I have a YouTube channel too. So if you don't got one, buddy, I'd start making a YouTube channel and learning how to use DaVinci Studio. There's lots of good tutorials online. I've been studying the Jesus out of them. Where was the thing? I wanted to read it. Not the coffer. Oh, did I forget to read it? Oh no, it's right there. I would have been upset. Alright. Hopefully that means it's saved somewhere. Alright. Now for the final act. We made it to the celestial sphere. And we can see Aetheris below us, and the lack of stars in the universe. I thought once you got above the ionosphere you could see stuff. I must be mistaken. Winged Defiance. Hermes. I bet he heals himself with that Caduceus.
So, it comes to this.
You brought it to this!
I've no wish to fight. But this time, I cannot yield.
We literally want to hear what she has to say.
The world may think me a mad, desperate fool. I will hold fast to my conviction.
Oh boy. I can... Oh, I've earned an achievement.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and pain, gather to me!
I see you, Oblivion.
Ancient brand, unleash your power!
Oof. Yeah.
Dancing wind, pierce my foe!
Yeah, that was bad. I'm allowed 1, right? 1 mistake?
Stars on high, fall and rain!
So I got 40 seconds to make up for that. Do we not hide behind the stone next? The one that isn't about to break? And why are you getting so close as a black mage? Oh, are you kidding me?
I see you, Oblivion.
is Trismegistus. Right. Gross. Why does he get buffed?
Streams of ether! Surge is one!
Where are we going to, guys? Where are we going? I don't like this. How the hell? I stacked right up on that. Screw me, I guess.
I'm not entirely. Here's my throne! Stars on high! Fall and rain!
Joke's on you.
By my domain, I shall decide all. Even when transformed. But I am not finished yet.
I'm not entirely useless.
Nailed it. I think I even got the last hit on him. Suck on that.
My power!
Quit overreacting, you fool. We want to listen to what she has to say, too. That death glare, though. So expressive. Can I speak to them? But I get gear! I get gear. Well, I don't know. Can I talk to her? No. There's nothing else to grab, so there it is. And now, for the moment we've waited for.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteon into custody.
Why can't we just listen to what has to be said?
And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteon, I am so sorry. With that, I could have listened to your report in full. Reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others. That they might reconsider their chosen course.
Ah, so he's trying to be the good guy?
But I have failed. And that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars? Was there a reason for living?
No.
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased,
What? Okay.
heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own.
Ooh, that's okay. Yep, so she's the
One
trigger.
race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity. They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves.
Oh, so this is the manifestation of everyone's
One
suffering.
race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy.
So she's
They
the
found
catalyst.
joy lost its savour in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live.
Wow.
Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which they learned the truth.
She is indeed the catalyst.
That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice.
Yep.
Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Etheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence.
Oh my god.
There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be beautiful.
And she did try to warn us.
We will make our nest at the edge of the universe, and there in the dark of dead worlds hoard sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star. Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Etheris.
That's the final days, folks.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or die? Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed.
Oh.
If we ourselves are flawed, does not stand to reason that we too should be discarded.
Ah, so I was right.
That is sophistry, and you know it!
I was right in the realist sense.
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong. But who is to say that you are right? Let us settle this with a determination. In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise. If not, he will perish from the start.
And thus,
as with
the
all
final
determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos, awaken!
I don't know my Greek mythology, but I bet Kairos is a Titan.
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea.
Catesis Hyperborea.
Starting point. Arrival of MSQ of the convocation at Propylion. Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to MSQ and Hithodeus. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with a burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
That's how you ensure a timeline.
Go, Meteon. To the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
Damn.
This ends here!
Fly, Meteon!
That is far enough, Hermes!
Argos, to me!
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today, for it is the key to saving your future. your world.
Damn.
This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with, not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits, and no one else can take your place.
Wow. I mean, when you're right, though.
You must flee this place with your memories intact, and I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are, my little confluence.
She's riding side saddle, that's funny. She just increased her mount speed without an aether current. She's OP.
Almost. Very well then. You may elude us this day, but not forever.
An aether tracker.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. One remaining to execution.
No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building.
Jump off the edge, buddy.
I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
You need to jump into the ionosphere. Get it.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am. But neither can I let you escape!
Now would be a good time to bust open a confluence, friend.
Too brave by half.
Why didn't you open with that?
Exemplary work, as always, Emmett Selk.
What? But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping you would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now.
Now I
The
can't-
instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate. Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azen. There's no time! Quickly! Even now, I do not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it, the legacy I leave you.
Now I kind of feel bad for talking all that shit.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory alteration.
Go, Argos!
she made it with me. Interesting. Don't worry, we're about to unpack a lot of baggage.
I'm fine. Just a little tired.
I bet you are.
Can it be true? Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations?
That's doubtful.
And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteon's presence, and the place where to we must go.
The edge of the universe? Really?
Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail.
To the edge of the universe.
She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
So what now? Well, yeah.
What indeed? Let us begin by ascertaining the situation at Catesis Hyperborea, where the others should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time?
Use the familiar.
Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him.
Okay.
Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
All right.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteon, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos' accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Venar and your other companion?
you went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Vanar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress as well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Vanar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteon did, it seems he bore the brunt of it.
Ha! Yeah?
Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Oh, man.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld.
Oh, great, so you just gotta die.
If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
I doubt aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
Wow.
Let us rest, if only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
Oh, the time loops. The wibbly wobbly, the timey wimey. There is so much to unpack. I don't even know if we're ready to do that yet. Alright. So, I've been saying for a while now that the end days, or the final days, is going to be because either something happens to Meteon and it triggers Hermes, or vice versa. And I was right. Something did happen to Meteon. I also suggested it's possible that something could have happened to her sisters, which ultimately ended up being true too. So it was a mix. I was wrong, however, in what that might have been. I thought it was going to be an alien invader, not that their despair of seeing fallen civilizations throughout the cosmos would trigger the emotional energy that they were made from into manifesting into basically the girl from Grudge. So that's all pretty friggin' snazzy. Now, the feats that we witnessed, if Emmett Selk could just tear a hole into the fabric of reality, why not just snuff out Meteon from the very beginning? Or punk Hermes from the very beginning? That's what I'm not understanding. Unless it was just an elaborate ruse to get somebody out of there in one piece and he only had the energy to do it once. Whatever, because of the dampening, but that part kind of gets me. But the fact that we had an Evangelion where Hermes decided the fate of humanity and said, kind of like what Evangelion did, I find that all very intriguing. Now, I think this is a time loop. I think what has been set into place is that the original final days somehow transpired in such a way that everybody's memories got wiped, and that this is the first deviation from it. Of course, the events that are about to transpire from level 87 quests to level 90 quests may suggest otherwise, but I think it is fair to state that Hydaelyn has taken an interest in you, the Warrior of Light, because of the events that just occurred. And because of that escape from the confluence, it is possible that Hydaelyn did remember all of this, and it has come full circle for the present. That is my next theory, is that it's all come full circle, and that whatever events transpire are potential deviations from the timeline as we know it. Or it's still right on track with the current timeline, and it just justifies why Hydaelyn reaches out to you, the Warrior of Light, but is very obfuscating on the knowledge and information of the final days and all the events that transpired, because you have to discover it on your own. And that's another reason why the choices that Hydaelyn made, such as preparing the moon to be a vessel, the Warriors of Light, becoming Hydaelyn in the first place, etc., at Alia, all of that somehow converges into finding a solution to the problem of Meteon, which may very well be that the moon takes us to Meteon to destroy it, or Meteon somehow gets suppressed in the same time as Zodiark did, and with his dissipation, she becomes released, and the solution is to flee. It's one or the other. Now with that, it's been an hour and a half, and I am getting a little hungry. We're going to do a brief intermission. I'll play some music, but we're going to do a brief intermission while I grab some food. And we're back. Alright, so I got some za, and I will be munching on that. Oh. Are you feeling at all recovered? I understand that your exertions were more than purely physical, but resting one's body, if only for a moment, is never without merit. As for Hermes, I think it unlikely he will create more entelechies. He poured much of himself into Meteon, and now that she and her sisters are gone, dissipated in his mind, the grief must be unbearable. He will blame himself. He will believe that had he never acknowledged his dissatisfaction with the world, then the Metea would have never been born to suffer and die. The offer to join the 14 will be a welcome distraction, and one day hence, he will face the advent of the final days in the role of Fandaniel. And see, comes full circle. I may now enter with the party that you see now at home.